appreciate everything y'all do.
Well, we're actually to do it again.
Yeah, sounds good.
Yeah, we've been bored. We've been bored for 4 months.
That's
If you had a team.
Good to see you. Good to see you. Good to be here. Good to be here. How are you?
Well,
That's where it is. And they're moving it out. Well, that.
Well, you want to give me name?
Good afternoon, everybody. What a gorgeous day for a groundbreaking. We're so glad that you could all come. So gather close. We've got some ceremonial things to do today. We'll keep it short so you can get back to the other things that you have planned. But we want to start this process with an invocation, and we've asked one of the leaders of our downtown churches, Dr. Wesley Walkup, who is the senior minister at First United Methodist Church. By the way, 5 Friends of the Saenger board members are members of that church. So, Dr. Walkup, if you would lead us in a word.
Let us pray. We bless you, O God, for all the many ways in which you enrich our lives in this world. Especially today, we give you thanks for the arts and entertainment, for the mystery and the majesty, for the depth of the symbolism that informs our lives together, whether in music, poetry, or prose. We give you our heartfelt thanks. For the place of the Saenger in this community, we bless you and ask now that you help the endeavors that we are about to engage in to bring entertainment and arts to this place in a wonderful way for years to come. For all the things you do for us, humanity, we bless you. Amen.
Thank you, Wesley. There are so many people to thank for this project. It actually got started about 4 years ago, but this really will be the beginning. The first shovels of sand that you see before us. Every face in the crowd has made this project possible. We've got so many people that aren't here. We've got so many to thank that we can't thank everybody individually. But it's been a very enthusiastic time. It's a great moment for our community. And it did begin actually with a conversation that Peter Rubart had with Bill Greenhut about 4 years ago. And Bill said to me, "What's it going to take to get this project off the ground?" And I said, "It's going to take you." And so he graciously agreed. I don't think he thought it would take this long to get going, but here we are. We're very excited about it. And we have so many people that we want to recognize. I'm going to ask Bill to step up here first, and we'll get started with that process. Ladies and gentlemen, Bill Greenhut.
Thank you, Sherry. I appreciate it. Sherry has been first and foremost very instrumental in this process. She's been working as the president of the Friends of the Saenger for 20 years, and she's just beside herself at the opportunity to break this ground today. If I could, I'd just take a minute to talk about the genesis of this, because I think there are two storylines here today. One is city, county, individual combined patronage to make this happen. And secondly, when you talk about the Saenger, you're talking about the history of Pensacola. You're talking about an architectural masterpiece that cannot be replicated today. But more importantly, you're talking about educating 23,000 third, fourth, and fifth graders who have their first cultural experience down here at the Saenger. And you're talking about the very roots of economic development, because without culture and without the beacon that the Saenger is for culture in this community, it would be very hard to recruit business. But this did start about 4 years ago with a conversation I had with Peter Rubart down at a local restaurant. And we said, you know, we really need a backstage for an orchestra shell. That led us to getting a group, with Sherry's help, of all the arts groups together, brainstorming, and then going to see a couple of city people who, of course, city owns this theater. And we went to see first Robert Payne and then Tom Bonfield, because without their guidance and without their acquiescence, we knew we couldn't get very far. And we said, you know, the theater's old, she's 80 years old. She's got a lot of problems in terms of electrical and air conditioning, but it doesn't function the way it should function. And could a grassroots committee get together and come up with a plan and run it by you? And they said, absolutely, go for it. And we did, and we brought back a plan and eventually took it to the city council that we thought would be enough to do it, $10 million. And of course, this was prior to Ivan, and when Ivan hit, things were put on hold for a while. Subsequent to Ivan, prices went up considerably. And we later went back after we had fully developed this plan and realized that we had all kind of problems, not only places, we never had places for people to dress for the occasion, children's chorus, dressing rooms, and things like that. We didn't have any backstage room, outmoded seats, too small orchestra pit, a whole host of problems, and the price tag of all of that was rising up to $15 million. Well, we went to the county thinking, well, that's going to be a hard sell on a city-owned building, and every one of the 5 commissioners stepped up and said, we realize the importance of this facility to all of Northwest Florida, not just to the city of Pensacola, and we want to help. And the end result of all of that is that we ended up getting $10 million from the city of Pensacola through our Penny for Progress. We got $4 million from the county commission from Penny for Progress. And the patrons in this community stepped up in a big way, many of whom are out here today. I mean, I see some $100,000 givers, I see some $100 givers, but everybody stepped up to provide at least $1 million, and that's where we are right now of local funding. And I can't thank you enough as individuals, but most importantly, I want to thank the members of the City Council, some of whom are behind me right now, the members of the County Commission who are here, in particular Jack Nobles, who led this effort on behalf of the City Council as chairman of the Enterprise Committee, and the County Commission, who really took a lot of flack from some of their members for stepping up so big on a city project. Couldn't have happened without them. I want to recognize, of course, the architectural firm, Caldwell and Associates, who's been with us all the way through this. The construction firms from Sarasota, a great statewide firm, Dooley & Mack, who is here today and is going to do a tremendous job. And we couldn't be more happy about breaking ground today for this great facility. And with that, I'd ask Jack Nobles to please say a few words.
Well, this is a great day for the city of Pensacola and for all of the arts and patrons of the arts. This is just a wonderful, wonderful thing that's going to happen in Pensacola in the next year. Bill's already mentioned a lot of the people. I want to take the opportunity to thank all of you for showing up today for one thing. And another, I want to thank some of my fellow council members that are here. Council member Mike Wiggins, PC Wu, Jewel Canada Wynn, and Deputy Mayor John Geralds are here, Tom Bonfield. Without their help and without the push of them, this wouldn't have become possible. Bill said I led the way, but I was just one of many people on the council that made this possible. Another great thing about this is another chance for the city and the county to come together and work it together on a project that'll benefit all the community, the Escambia County citizens, City of Pensacola citizens, and everyone in the surrounding community. I want to take this opportunity also to thank Grover Robinson, Grover worked hard on this, and he really kind of helped me with the county commission. Gene Valentino, Bob McLaughlin, they pushed hard, and like Bill said, it was a unanimous decision on the part of the county to step up and work with the city on this project. And in the past, that probably wouldn't have been as possible as it is today, and I'm very grateful for the county commission. I'd appreciate a hand for these folks. Today we have with us also someone that we are hoping to tap in the future for some more money to help us with renovations, and that's Representative Clay Ford. Clay? But anyway, I just wanted to, I'll make this brief. I see many people out there that have worked diligently throughout the years to make this a very successful project. This is phase 2, and phase 1 was done several years ago with the lobby and some of the other amenities that have been done. But this is going to be the big project, and when we do get through with this, I hope that we can attract many shows on a national type basis. And I want to thank everybody that came out, everybody that contributed, everybody that has supported this project. And with that, I'll turn it back over to Sherry. One last thing, it would never have happened without Sherry Weeks and without Bill Greenhut.
Very nice, but we can stand out there with our Save Our Saenger flag all day long. Until these people come together, it doesn't happen. So want to thank everybody here, and really want to thank the arts groups who have been displaced that call this Saenger Theater home. The ballet, the children's chorus, the symphony, the opera. Friends of the Saenger, we bring you the Broadway series, and it's all for the greater good, because we know once it's completed, we are really going to be on the map. We'll be able to attract even bigger and better shows than we have before. We really want to thank Robert Payne too, who has been a big integral part of this, and Doug Lee, and there are just so many people. I want to thank everybody individually. But I am going to ask Kathy, because we won't keep you standing too much longer, to come up here and introduce all of the groundbreakers, and those would be representatives of just each of the groups that have taken a very active and interested role in this, and everybody has been very enthusiastic, and the arts groups continue to put on performances in other venues. And I know many of you we will see tomorrow night at Olive Baptist Church for the symphony with Ashley Brown, and down the road at the Maddie Kelly Art Center we'll see you for the opera's performances. So please continue to enjoy all of the performances by all of our wonderful arts groups until we can get them back here in the Saenger Theater. And do want to let you know that we continue to have fundraising opportunities out there. If you have not yet purchased a seat with your name engraved on it, we still have time for that. We have ushers that have given $10. We have given, just everybody has given from the heart, and we appreciate it very much. And thanks to all of you. And here's Kathy Summerlin, who's our marketing director.
Good afternoon. I would like to introduce some of our governmental representatives that'll be here to turn the ground today. We've got the Deputy Mayor, John Geralds of the City of Pensacola behind me. Jack Nobles, at-large City Councilman, also the Chairman of the Enterprise Committee from Escambia County. We've got Gene Valentino. He's the Vice Chair of the Escambia County Commissioners. From the Florida Legislature, we've got Representative Clay Ford. Sherry Hemminghouse Weeks is the President of the Friends of the Saenger behind me. From Ballet Pensacola, the Executive Director, Bobby Ball. Bobby, raise your hand. From the Pensacola Children's Chorus, we've got Alan and Susan Pote. From the Pensacola Opera, Executive Director Sherry Mitchell. From the Pensacola Symphony, Peter Rubart, Conductor and Music Director. We have Bill Greenhut, he's the Chairman of our Capital Committee. David Yorman from Caldwell and Associates, he's the head architect for this project. Douglas J. Lee, the General Manager of the Saenger Theater. He's the longest continually employee of the Saenger Theater, 27 years. And we also have our longest volunteering usher, Jean Marie Jones, who has been continually volunteering for 22 years. We just thank every one of you for coming out today, and this is a historic opportunity for the Saenger Theater, and we just thank you.
Before we actually turn the ground, Gene Valentino would like to say a word, and as he does so, if the groundbreakers would gather around, and then I'll let Kathy lead us from there.
So I can't read the first 3 chapters of Moby Dick, I guess. I'll be very brief. Thank you on behalf of Mike Whitehead, Chairman, myself, Grover Robinson, Kevin White, and Marie Young. We thank you for letting us participate in this event as well. And to having our new county administrator with us today, first day officially, Bob McLaughlin. And I got to say that Grover was whispering in my ears exactly what I wanted to say, and that is the jewels of this community are many, but one in particular is the arts and entertainment aspect. That component of our community is vital to how we attract and grow the community. It's essential that we not only support it and maintain it, but help it nurture it and help it grow. And the way we do it is going to be vital to our success long term. So we consider ourselves a vital partner, an active partner with you, and we look forward to being a ongoing team player in how we grow ourselves together. It's part of the economic engine that drives our future growth for this community. Thank you very much.
While our ground turners are gathering around our ceremonial ground, I'd like to take the opportunity to point out a few fundraising opportunities that we have available today. We've got an original vintage Saenger Theater seat that we're selling over here. We're going to sell them a single seat for $100, and you can get a pair for $150. We also have a shadow box with a piece of the original Saenger Theater curtain in it. Those are $100 and $125. And if you'd like to sponsor a seat in the new theater with your name engraved on the armrest, we have those opportunities available. And one of our ushers, Wanda, will be able to help you with that. Okay. And now for the historic, groundbreaking, ground turning for the brand new Saenger Theater renovation and expansion project. Ladies and gentlemen, go ahead. Once again, on behalf of the Friends of the Saenger, the City of Pensacola, the Saenger Theater, I thank each and every one of you for coming out today. We do have some refreshments over here, beautiful cake and some punch. So please step over and partake of that. And again, thank you. Thank you for the community support and everything that you guys have done for the Saenger Theater. Thank you.
Congratulations, Rob. You've made a great decision.
Thank you, brother. Hey, PC. How you doing, brother? Grover leads in a minute. Don't forget to talk to me.
Depending on where you were relative to the wind, that was, you know.